Aloha, everybody. My name is Takai. Welcome to another video that I've decided to. I shouldn't say decide, but definitely the thing is about making videos. It's really interesting. I'm learning actually a lot, even though I haven't really been like in a super rush mode to make videos as I should. Right. That's the thing for me. I haven't been in super rush mode, being like, oh man, what's my next topic? What's the next thing I need to talk about? But I've kind of learned, like, you know what? It's a patience thing. I don't think I really want to just rush out and just make a video for nothing, or just like, damn, what's an idea? I rather let my ideas come to me, as through not only my experience in life, but as well as just giving myself time to rest as my brain, you can't just you just like fire at all cylinders and then you don't have time to really think about like, oh man, I should probably just like rest. No, I gotta make the video, I gotta have these ideas. But I realized that this is also gonna get into what I'm talking about as well. I realized, yeah, you don't wanna do that to yourself. And this takes me. I have my notes. This is not as professional as it used to be. But that's my little book, my blue book, because you know, well, just starting out. But I don't like take notes a lot. But I wrote down today when I was at work. I wrote down relative of ease. If done already, still achieve in your cadence. So relative of ease. This is one of those things, we could chalk it up to, well, I'm going to go with the flow, or I'm going to just follow how it is. And I definitely recommend you should. The thing is, with me, I'm starting to really be observant now. And that's why I wrote that. Because the relative of ease, this whole, what I've been doing before was chalking up so much stuff in my head about like what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna do it like this, and then I realized like, whoa, I'm flying at a million miles per second, but I'm like, well, you know, how about you just also live life and make it a part of you? So relative of ease, the thing for me is I'm starting to also be observant about not only the people around me even more so than normal, but also the thoughts and feelings that I push out into the world and I have in my mind. I'm like, why am I thinking this? Like, even this, I'll say, like, even through zodiac signs and stuff like that. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm a Pisces, right? So obviously, I've heard a lot of different people say, "Oh, you are like some of you know." Shout out to Benjamin. Um, I'll probably put like a link on to the description about where his channel is. At least the three channels I watch. There's a lot of them, of course, but that was, yeah. I'll probably just link them. I'll probably just type them in the description. I don't know, link them, but I don't know. I'm not really good with this video stuff. There's a way, I know, but I still have the time to do that when I figure it out. But all right, getting back to what I was saying, relative of ease, just my observation. I was like, just having that competitive nature. When I was in a state of being like a Leo, right, where you're like center of attention. Obviously, that's like cliche, but I don't even care if it's cliche because it's like it's what I hear mostly all the time, right? It's like what the number one thing where your mind goes when you hear something like Leo, right? I always think, obviously it's no brainer, fire, fiery. I had that Leo moment where I was like, damn, I want to be the center of attention, and I'm like, damn, I want to, like, I was trying so hard to like, cause I don't know, it wasn't even so much being a big brain smart idea, but it was more of the, oh man, I want to like show off this stuff, and I'm like, damn, they're gonna see what they, I wonder what they, I'm gonna show them, like, oh man, this all this stuff and everything, and then as I was let down, I was like, oh shit, maybe this is what Leos feel like when they don't have their sunshine moment in the sun. I'm like, damn. And then even I'd be sometimes even just previous things. I guess it doesn't. It doesn't always have to be chalked up to zodiac sign stuff, but it's just where my mind goes when I'm like in like like super, not even a fiery mood. Because sometimes I'd be fiery because I have some I have a lot of air in my chart. I'm still learning like a little bit of astrology. It's gonna take some time, but I've been looking at some videos and some other stuff in the way to learn. But like I even when I'm experiencing some certain things like Aries, quick to start but never to finish. At least that's what some people say. At least those who observe, it could just be like an aspect of that trait. I could just chalk it up to that. Like sometimes some people have more of that aspect of that trait. At least I'm not an expert, but from my own internal database of knowledge of observing, that's what it could be like an aspect of your characteristics, right? And I think the little small little you could say it's like little like leeches. You could say you could like get rid of those like, oh, like this person is lazy, so they're probably like, oh, they're probably like a Pisces, or they're probably like something like that. And then you could just be like offended by it, but some things you can turn off, some things you can't turn off. That's what I've learned. But just you being yourself, right? You know how capable you are of your gifts and your imaginations and anything basically, whether you root it in the physical plane or the external plane. And oh man, there's a lot of people I watch, right? They go really deep with their knowledge of the world and how things work, right? But sometimes, just for me, the simplicity of watching people around me and noticing patterns and noticing how people operate is enough for me to be like, damn. Like yesterday, I noticed when I was on my apps, sometimes certain times on social media, you'll find that, damn, people just messaging you like crazy. I'm like, and it had to be that day, and I'm thinking in my mind all day. It's like, shout out to Dolo the pilot, man. Like he put me on like, I'm just like, oh, it's Moon Day, Moon Day, Moon Day, and I'm in my mind just at work to say, oh, it's Moon Day, and I'm like, damn. And then I do in the morning. I do see the moon. It's in the morning. It's there, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Moon Day. And people just active. It's like bing. It's like social media, everything. I'm like, oh, that moon is probably coming around, and probably other things are affecting us as well, and that's very interesting. Oh, I just glanced at the time of recording. I don't know how long I usually make my videos, but it's just basically things that are in my mind. But see, there you go. Me catching myself not drifting and wandering so much. But anyway, so that was a long time to get back from that point all the way back to this point where we're still talking about relative ease. And it's good to that I even still repeat it throughout this video because that way I can actually get back to my points of what I'm trying to say. So me also observing like people just being so much more a little bit more like friendly or open to me. Uh, and I don't know, it's so much to do with like just you know you could just have regular ass energy like on the daily, and I'm starting to like be a lot more conscious about, like I said before earlier in the video, just about me like even now to the point like it's so much more to the point of me like thinking, right? Now it's like I'm conscious about like thinking, not even just so much. So I'm wondering if I this is just a point, right? To just be conscious of what you're thinking about. Like, why am I even more so than normal? Like, why am I thinking about this? Like, even just to repeat certain things and not even to go into complete madness or darkness. You just start to look at things in a specific way. Like, all right, I'm thinking this way. Or if people make a joke to you, like they would joke about me or they'll underestimate me. And I realize, damn, I'm really playing these people. I'm just looking at my phone. I'm gonna turn that off. Cause I feel like oh, it's 444. There you go. Cause I feel like it's crazy. Like people have underestimated me, right? And I think even just carried energy of my like the routine that I've created. I'm aware of that because when I go home after work and I'm here at home and I'm like out and about and I'm moving around, it's a little nap. I just the energy is like different, and not even to say like work or anything other places like hinder my energy. But it's funny because you just start to see like, well, if these people are really getting into these similar patterns and talking about this stuff, and they'll like think about this about me, I don't really care. I don't care at all, right? And then the whole aspect of me being myself, like even me creating my own words, like I go, I'm pretty bad procrastinator, or yes, procrastinator, and also I lose myself when it comes to like being like consistent, creating things. Um, I guess because I overwhelm myself, I overthink so much, right? And also that's why meditation helps me as well. So just now being like, boom, it's clear now, and not so much that I wasn't observing before, but there are like certain like loops that I get myself into. Like I'll be honest, even uh, working on myself, even for the small stuff like saving money, I'll be bad with that, but I'm better now with that. I'm working towards like cutting off that. Uh, you don't even know if you call it karmic loop, but they're just loops, loops that you can create for yourself that you can undo, basically, which is pretty common knowledge, right? It's like you could just say, "Oh, yeah, it's no brainer. You just tell me what I already know." But it's like it's one thing to know it, and then it's one thing to actually observe it and realize why it happens. So, one, that's one aspect. The second aspect I would say would definitely be um, hmm, uh, my room being a mess. That's another thing. I said earlier in the video, my room's a mess. And then I was like, you know what? What is a one way for me to clean this place up? Not just, it's one thing, like, so I understand, like, some people, it's like, well, you stupid, just do it. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm tired. But I think like for me, just there are ways, of course, in this world to do things in one way, but I am definitely a believer of putting your input, putting your imprint in the daily physical. We'll call it the daily physical. Uh, the daily physical is that part of you that obviously you know, like you see around you, like what can you do to improve that? And it's the work of the internal. Like that's I've definitely seen a lot of people talking about that. Definitely the work of the internal, just the internal improvement, and I can definitely attest to that. You know, like can describe and feel like it's a flower, like you're a flower. Like the flower of yourself, like you carry yourself in full bloom. These are just the thoughts I'm just unloading, right? And then just the certain aspect of noticing like your flaws, accepting them, and then noticing the really bad habits and trying, not even to say try, like getting the word implement to implement your vibrational cadence. That was coming to me. Implement your implement your vibrational cadence. Coming back to my point of what I wrote, the that cadence, right? So it's cool because it kind of like allows you to kind of morph your life in a different way, not just in a way that looks like everybody else is doing. I've been really extra with that's like I'm reading really extra with what is it? Really extra with being an individual and being like unique and actually accepting. And the more I've done that, the more I've actually like climbed little ladders and started like realizing what I really like. And I still have a long way to go, and there's still like things I have to unpack. But just actually being comfortable in the seat of your own pool. I'm getting that right now. The seat of your own, yeah, the throne of your own pool. The the stuff, yeah. The throne of your own pool. Like you can have, like yeah. Where I get that from is the infinity pool. I call it infinity pool. Is basically like you're backing into, like it could be basically it is wealth. You know, whether it be financial, but it's like for your physical at least, but it can also go into realms of being. Um, it could also go into realms of being like spiritual, as well as being um, in your greatest light, basically. And that's I believe that's pretty much it. There's still some stuff running in my mind, like perhaps me just tuning in, I have to see like if there's anything else for me to communicate. Yeah, there's some stuff. Wow, and I'm talking. It's just like bubbling up of things, but it's surreal, man. I swear, like you could, like, being in an apartment is like you're just feeling stuff like flying through in and out, but the vibes, But everything is like so rigid. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Basically, um, what was I had it written down. This is why I had it written down. So I wanted to end on what I said. Um, Relative of ease. So that's I know it's like kind of all over the place, but it's good just to have thoughts. I'm going to definitely work on being a little bit more tighter with my videos and my subjects. This I'm just starting again. Uh, I feel like this works for me. Like being in the space of just and just uh, talking and having the mic and everything like that. I feel like that's quite a big help, at least for me. Uh, but being outside is cool too. I have some older videos outside, but I'll see. It's hot. It's nice. I'll check it out. Improvements, improvements from your fellow Aquarius moon. So catch you guys next time. I believe next week. Yeah. Well, I don't really have a schedule, but I will figure it out. I'll see what we're gonna talk about next. I'm just really keeping it a mystery. I don't think I wanna give it away because there's still so much to unpack too. Uh, the infinity pool and stuff like that. I'll probably explain that a little bit more, as well as words like I'll just give you guys. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. So there's a surprise. So next time. Anyway. Ciao. Ciao. I don't want to say ciao, but peace.